Broadcasting from the KMF Collective Studio, it's time for the Athletes of the Titan Games podcast. This limited release show features the stories of the 2020 contestants of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's athletic competition, NBC's The Titan Games. Now, here's your host, Katie Galley.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Season 2, Episode 13 of the Athletes of the Titan Games podcast. I'm your host, Katie Galley. In the KMF Collective Studio with me today, I have Titan Games athlete, Army vet, and real estate agent, Michelle Lewis. How are you doing, Michelle?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I am doing awesome. Thank you so much for stopping by and sharing your story with us today.
Thank you for having me. I'm super excited.
Oh, me too, Michelle. And so, Michelle, to just kind of get the ball rolling and get to know your background a little bit, I wonder, where did you grow up and how, if at all, was your childhood shaped by athletics?
So I was originally born overseas, Sri Lanka, but I was brought to the States when I was 5 and raised in Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, yeah. That's where I am, too.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
So growing up, I have a very active family. We were always fishing, obviously working on the yard. And I just grew up in a really active environment. So I think I've always been naturally athletic. All my brothers play sports, my sisters. So my family's always cultivated that active lifestyle for sure growing up.
And so did you play any sports growing up or kind of set your sights on going to high school or college with playing sports, or it was just kind of you led that active lifestyle from a young age?
So I played soccer for a little bit and a little bit of track, but I honestly did not take it seriously in high school.
Yeah.
I think my base in fitness comes from the military because I joined when I was 17, and the military just puts you through grueling physical feats. So I definitely honed it in there. And then when I exited the military, I got into powerlifting competitively, and I set 2 Arizona state records.
Wow. That's amazing that you went on to do that. And so, Michelle, then, like you said, setting that groundwork really started in the military with that athletic drive. And so what made you want to join the military?
A lot went into my decision to join the military. One, I have always just been extremely independent, and I figured that was probably my fastest route to have my complete independence from my parents. And just also my grandparents. I'm sorry, not my grandparents. My grandfather was in the Army, and then my father was a Marine. So the military is also in my background as well.
I love that. I mean, kind of living on that legacy, and you kind of grew up around it, so you knew what it would be like, but, you know, having that independence and wanting to see what that would be like, and so going in with the military. And so, like you said, Michelle, then after you started when you were 17 and then coming on exiting the military, when did you leave the military, and how did it kind of start to lead you down this path to start powerlifting?
So I exited the military in 2013. I did 8 years. Upon exiting, I moved straight to Phoenix, Arizona, and I actually started becoming a personal trainer. And in personal training, obviously I took the courses and stuff, but I pretty much just made it identical to when I had my own platoon and we do physical fitness. So I always ran boot style camps. And then I honestly think my now coach and really good friend, Brooke Schneider, is the reason I ever even started powerlifting. He was the first person to really get me under a bar and into deadlifting, because before I more so like worked out just for a nice physique. And then I really, really got into powerlifting when I got out and being a personal trainer. And it was just nice to have a new goal, because the military, they kind of give you your goals are set for you. And it just gave me a new zest for life that I think I was missing when I first exited the military.
I love the way you described that. And so then kind of having that, like you said, that zest, and then discovering that competitive drive outside of, so like you said, you had those goals set for you, and so learning then I want to set my own goals and see where I can go with powerlifting. Once you started kind of caught that bug and set your sights on what you could do with powerlifting, where did you see yourself going? Did you set your sights on competing, and did you set your sights immediately on getting those state records? I guess, where did you see yourself going?
Originally, I just wanted to get really strong, and then I think it was actually my coach that pushed me to do my first meet. And actually, at my first meet is actually when I set the Arizona state record for squat and deadlift.
Wow.
And it was such an amazing feeling. For one, being very new to the sport and doing so well, that it just gave me this insane boost of confidence. And that's definitely why I stuck with it.
Mm-hmm.
I never initially thought that I would go as far as I did, but it's definitely helped shape other things in my life as well, just the discipline. It definitely takes a lot of discipline to make it to any decent level in fitness, because you have to care about what you put in your body, get to sleep, and all of that. So,
yeah, absolutely. You're right. Sports teaches you that, and it allows you to, if you want to achieve these goals, then you have to put in the work, you have to eat right, you have to put in the hours, and then that will set you on the path to success, to what you want to achieve. And so, Michelle, is powerlifting and competing still something that you do today?
So with COVID-19 going on, it's kind of put a halt to all of my games.
Yeah.
But actually before the Titan Games, I actually stopped competing in powerlifting. And since being on the show, it has really given me the motivation to get back on that platform and compete. Just being around that level of athletes that just dedicate themselves, it kind of, in a way, I kind of lost my fire with powerlifting, and I definitely got it back.
Mm. I love hearing that. So you kind of got it reinvigorating and compete again, and then wanting to pursue powerlifting again.
Yes. Oh my gosh. It definitely reignited that fuel in me.
That's awesome. And so then, Michelle, in tandem with that, it's, you're also, I guess, day job is you're a real estate agent. So how did that come about? And do you do it in tandem with coaching and alongside your powerlifting career? How does that work?
So before I became a real estate agent, I was actually a flight attendant, and I loved the perks of the job, but I absolutely hated the schedule, just the up and down. It literally puts you into an emotional roller coaster. You're never around your friends and family. So that is really that's definitely what gave me the motivation to, one, work for myself. And then I chose real estate just because you don't have to go back to school for it. It's a certification, but you can go so far. And it's definitely helped me to have the freedom to put that time and energy back into myself, back into my body, to become an athlete again. So that real estate, honestly, I would say it's probably the best job for me, because it allows me to work on other aspects of my life that I wasn't able to when I had, a traditional 9-to-5.
Mm-hmm. Right. So it's satisfying, one, your ability to continue on with your athletic career, but two, it's kind of that entrepreneurial mindset as well that works really well in tandem with your athlete mindset. I mean, setting those goals and achieving them, like you said, working for yourself. So it really seems like a seamless transition, because you get to pursue a similar mindset in both things.
Oh, yes. Because being an entrepreneur, it takes a lot of hard work and dedication. I definitely have had my bad days and months, and it definitely teaches you to just stay on your grind, one foot in front of the other. As I always say, keep going.
I love that. One foot in front of the other. Keep moving forward. That's great. And so, Michelle, then for you, like you said, you had the opportunity then to go on and compete on this season of the Titan Games. So how did that opportunity come up?
So I originally was contacted by a casting director and told that they thought I would be a good fit for the show. I initially thought it was spam, because I was like, there's no way they want me, But when I sent my application in, I ended up getting a call back to go to the combine, competed with 60 other athletes, not necessarily competed. We went through a series of tests, from deadlift to non-conventional exercises. Mm-hmm. And everything just happened from there. It was amazing. After that, about a week later, I got a call and I was told that I was going to be on the show. And it was just a really surreal feeling. Just because when I initially started powerlifting, obviously, I mean, everyone wants to make it to the top of the top, and what bigger than being on the Rock fitness show, you know? So it was, I still like just get goosebumps thinking about it.
Man, I can imagine. I mean, you're right, reaching that kind of pinnacle and in a way that maybe you never even thought about before, being reached out to and being asked, okay, you want to be on this TV show where you get to compete to the best of your ability against other people. I mean, having that opportunity was like a once in a lifetime thing.
Literally like once in a lifetime. It was, oh my goodness. I just never in a million years even thought I would get that DM. It was amazing.
That's amazing. And you did, though. You did get that DM. And then but then it also was moreover, you had to decide to respond and decide to go through all those steps. And so it's more than just getting an opportunity. You have to decide, what am I going to do with this opportunity now? Am I going to take it? Am I going to run with it? Or am I just going to let it pass me by?
Yes. And I remember the combine I was so nervous because I'm from Atlanta. They flew us all to California. And I guess I initially thought that everyone was kind of like me. Okay, they may have set a state record. You know, no, there were literally world-class athletes there. It was so motivating, humbling, and just an awesome experience. Like, it was just crazy.
Mm-hmm. Man, yeah. I mean, being around those caliber of athletes, and of course you yourself being one, but then still being humbled by the fact that you got to be around these incredible people. And I mean, like The Rock included. And like you said, I mean, the idea that you could be on a show that The Rock was a part of, he created it. I wonder, Michelle, do you have any recollection or remember maybe when you first became aware of who The Rock was, maybe growing up or maybe later in life, just when you became aware of who he was as a person?
That's a tough one. I think I don't remember much of his WWE career just because I was never really into wrestling.
Yeah.
But I just remember I love him in movies because he always plays the good guy. And I actually listened to an interview of his back when he was younger, when he first started. And what really stands out with me with The Rock is just his humility and then his journey. He has not always had it good. He had those ups and downs, and he really has owned them and just created this larger than life persona, but still very humble, very real, down to earth. It was, he's an awesome guy. That I think what really gave me, because I don't like to go off of, because movie stars, they're playing a role. So I'm impressed by their acting, but I'm not so much impressed with them as a person because I don't know you. Mm-hmm. But I remember after that interview just thinking like, wow, a lot of the people actually everyone on the show had such a story, and I realized he had such a story too. That's why I really think he even hosts the show. Mm-hmm. It's because he has been an underdog and just rose against. It's amazing.
I love that. I mean, living that authentic life. And like you said, you felt it in that interview. Like you really got to know him because he was being real. He wasn't playing a part. He was being that genuine person. And then, like you said, in turn, he created this show to do just that, to spotlight people just like yourself, living that authentic life and wanting to help and encourage and inspire others along the way. And so then, Michelle, with this incredible experience that you had on the Titan Games, and like you said, being around all these incredible people who've accomplished so much just like you have, what would you say is your definition of a Titan?
My definition of a Titan is someone that never gives up, no matter what you're faced with. One foot in front of the other and your head to the sky. That's what a Titan is to me. Someone that just never, ever gives up.
I love that. That was so beautifully said. Head to the sky, never gives up, no matter what. Just no matter what. And I think that's very much a testament to your own story. I mean, again, with everything that you've accomplished coming from the military at such a young age and then going on into powerlifting and then just miraculously being that skilled and apt at it. But it was because you decided you were going to do whatever it took to be that good and be that athlete. And then to starting your own business, wanting to be a real estate agent so that you could pursue both being an entrepreneur as well as being that athlete. And again, walking through those doors to be on the Titan Games. And so now whatever comes next, I mean, this platform that you've created, and now you get to grow and kind of catapult yourself off of it, looking forward. And so, Michelle, for you, what is next? Are you with your platform now? after being on the show? Are you looking to grow maybe your real estate agent business? Are you looking to grow as a fitness coach? Or are you just kind of letting the how it's catapulting you, see where it takes you?
I am looking to grow in all aspects from this. I'm definitely one that believes in you go with the flow. I put in a lot of work, but I like to let things come to me because I truly believe what's for me is going to come. So one of the major things I definitely want to do is continue to build my platform, and not just to get on another show, but just build it. And especially for women, because I've definitely struggled with, everything that women struggle with, insecurities, body image, stuff like that. I want to build a platform so people know that it can be you too, because I've been in that dark place in my life where I've looked at someone else and really thought like, wow, how could I ever even, how am I going to get there? How could I get there? And I just want to let people know, like, anyone can be here, no matter where you want to be. If you want to be the next president, you just have to apply yourself and truly, truly believe in you. And, so I'm excited to grow, and everything that's already, even this interview, I'm so excited that you even care enough to know about me. And I'm excited for all the growth, all the connections. I'm in a group chat with every single Titan still, and we're actually all still really close. That honestly probably is one of the best things that happened from the Titan Games, aside from the publicity and everything like that. Just the awesome, amazing, down-to-earth humans that I met. Like, they're all so dope, all so genuine, and just really real. That's so important to me, just being real. And they were all just that.
I love hearing that. That's so cool because you get to, we get to watch the show every week, but to know that you guys have an actual relationship after the cameras are off. And even now, after the show is aired and is going on, that you guys you are genuinely and authentically connected, like you said. And it's because you are brought together on this platform in this unique way. And it's because you've all led these similar stories, overcoming obstacles, and are leading these lives in such similar manners.
Yes, definitely. And another thing too, what's really awesome is everyone was so different, but that common goal was for all of us to succeed and get on the show. I remember at the Combine, I never felt as if I was going against someone else to get that slot. We literally were all cheering each other on. It was never me against you. It was just, okay, we're all here. Let's have fun and give it our best. Like, it was an amazing feeling. And even throughout the competition, there was never this malice. It was just always like, oh, we're just competing. We're having fun. I hope you win. I hope you win. So it was really cool.
I bet. I really like hearing that. It's, of course, you're competing, and everybody there has that competitive drive and the need and desire to win, but it's never overshadowed by the fact that you all genuinely love each other and want to see each other succeed too. Yes,
exactly. That's so important.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Having those people in your corner. And so, Michelle, now looking back at everything you've accomplished and now looking forward to coming off of the Titan Games and just growing in all these different areas, having these newfound people in your corner, and knowing that you're going to achieve everything, of course, you set your mind to, and that you're going to continue to get after these goals. I just have one final question that I ask all of my interviewees. What do you want to be remembered for?
What do I want to be remembered for? I want to be remembered for love. I really want anyone that's ever come in contact with me, seen a post written by me, or just experienced my energy. I just want people to always walk away knowing that, Michelle walks, moves in love. Really, that's very important to me. I really stand on that because I've been a quote-unquote bad person that didn't vibrate at a high frequency. So it's so important to me now that people feel my energy and know that it's peaceful. So that's honestly what I want to be remembered as.
Thank you all for tuning in to today's installment of the Athletes of the Titan Games podcast. To learn more about each of these Titan athletes, be sure to check out their information in the links in my show notes. Furthermore, to stay up to date on all things coming out of the KMF Collective, be sure to subscribe to the Keep Moving Forward YouTube channel and follow along on social media, also available in the show notes. As the creator of the Titan Games, Mr. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson says, "Titans aren't born, they're made." And I hope today's story helped you realize all that you are capable of becoming if you put in that hard work and just keep moving forward.